Hi, I'm Maggie Nettervall, and my app is called 1000 Words, which is a dating app that came from my desire to use a dating app that didn't have me rating strangers, because that doesn't really put you in the mood to fall in love. So in this app, you actually rate scenes that represent certain values that you would want you and a partner to share, and then it will match you based on the corresponding values of you and another person. So there's not a lot of seed data. We're going to log in as Obama. This is an example of a scene. So you would, on a sliding scale, rate how much this kind of represents what you want for your life. So maybe Obama's not really into living in the city. And then on your profile, you can go and see a corresponding bar to how you rank on these kind of arbitrary dimensions. I wanted to add more, but these are just some examples of things you might want to share with your partner. And then you can see your matches. So Obama has several interesting matches. More users will hopefully reach a critical mass where the pairing algorithm has more statistical significance. But the interesting part of this, what I wanted to do is use a statistics library to calculate easily sort of your mean and your standard deviation on certain dimensions. And so if anyone ever was looking to do this, I found a really good one called JSet that can work on the front end and the back end, and it lets you have access to a ton of different functions that you might, if you ever used R, you might think were really hard to implement in JavaScript, but this is a really cool library. So how the pairing algorithm works is it will normalize your ratings on the pictures, which correspond to different dimensions, and then it will map them onto here and find your pairs based on if you on a given dimension have below a certain standard deviation, we'll consider that significant for you, and then it will match you with people who that's also significant to them and the mean is within a certain range, which in future versions hopefully you'll be able to set yourself how close of a match you wanted, or if you wanted someone who is the opposite of you. But that is coming out later. So yeah, that's it.